welcome to the Small Bites Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Pittman. This podcast is sponsored by Joe's Underground, 144 8th Street in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar building. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm just in a really weird kind of mood, so there's no telling what's going to come out of my mouth today. Just sit back and enjoy, walking around in my head, viewing the wasteland that is there. One thing you can always remember to do, though, you gotta always remember, enjoy those small bites. Hey, welcome to the Small Bites. This is Brad Pittman. I'm just kind of chilling this morning, about 7 o'clock, about 7:30, somewhere along in there this morning. Just beautiful sunrise going on. It's going to be a great day. Nice and cool out here so far. I got up about 3 this morning. Couldn't sleep anymore. So I said, I was planning on smoking a couple of butts today, so I got up, got everything ready, got my fire going. Now I've got 2 beautiful Boston butts on the smoker, even injected a couple of onions with Worcestershire sauce and put those on there. And yes, I have tried one and they're amazing. I recommend it to anyone. Just don't wrap them real tight because the smoke don't get to them a lot. I had to put 2 of them back on there. But that's okay. Hey, it's a learning process. Anybody that smokes meats knows. Never the same way twice a lot of times. Always a couple of little differences. But enough about that. My fabulous breakfast of an iced coffee and a freaking onion. Today, I think I'm going to sit here and talk about a couple of weird things. This first one, I'm going to talk about ghosts and ghost hunting. Everybody's seen the shows on TV where people ghost hunt, and they're cool. They're cool, but they find ghosts everywhere. They get so much evidence. Been there, done that. I've ghost hunted for a long time. Used to do it really serious. Actually had a lot of equipment that we used. And it was a lot of fun, but everywhere is not haunted. Places that you don't think are, can be. We were actually at a friend of mine's house one night. And we're sitting there. I go into one of his rooms, just sitting by myself, trying to do some EVP stuff, and my back starts burning. So I go out into the hallway, call him up there. He turns on the light. I look at my back, he looks at my back, and I've got 3 scratches. Now that was creepy enough. And then he watched a 4th one go down beside the other 3, just rise up little red marks. I'm like, oh shit, never do your own house. Never. Because you find something you didn't know that was there, a little on the creepy side, never the same. But it is what it is. We've gone to a lot of different places, and it's really funny when you actually hear something that's not on the recorder. You actually hear it for yourself. We were at a place one day, and it was 3 stories. It had a little dugout basement, had the regular floor, and then had an upstairs attic that was, you could get to, no problem, had stairs. And a couple of high school kids had just happened to come in there, and we were talking to them, telling them a little bit about the history of the place. Everybody was downstairs. We saw everybody. And all of a sudden, above it, we hear, boom! It's like somebody dropped a rock and just drug it across the wooden floor. Everybody got quiet. And no matter how brave you are, there are times when that just leaves you. I mean, we didn't run, we didn't scream, anything like that. But my buddy looked up and said, Brad, go see what that was. And without even thinking, without even pausing, I just looked at him and said, fuck that. It was great. But we all went up there and there was nothing on the floor. And on my recorder, you can hear a woman giggling, and there were no females with us. On his recorder, you don't hear that, but you do hear the sound of the thing falling and get dragged across the floor. So that was really creepy because we got 2 different things on 2 different recorders. I love ghost hunting just because, there may be ghosts, there may not, who knows. I've gotten a lot of things I can't explain on audio and a couple on camera. Where they goes, don't know. Don't care. It was fun at the time. I enjoyed doing it. For my Halloween show, I'm going to find a place that's haunted. I'm going to find somebody that's really scared shitless of ghost hunting, and I'm going to take them. So that's going to be a long episode, and it's going to be a great episode. I want everybody to listen to that one. I love going with different people, that you're not used to going with, because people take it so hardcore seriously sometimes, and it's hilarious. We went with this one woman who, everywhere she went was haunted. Everywhere. Oh, it was amazing. No matter what. You could go into a brand new building that nothing had ever happened in recorded history on that land. Somebody died here. And she would see things. And it was so funny. We were at an old cemetery, an old Quaker establishment, settlement. And they had a couple of buildings you could walk into. And we walked into one that was supposedly the old general store. Well, I looked at my buddy and just kind of gave him the nod. And I was around the one, and I just suddenly started slapping at my back, going, "What the hell?" And I ran out. And he knew that nothing touched me. I knew nothing touched me. There was nothing there. Nothing touched my back. I just did this just for shits and giggles. Chick came out of the door. "Oh yeah, that happens in here a lot. A lot of people talk about something just rubbing their back." Oh, it was beautiful. Oh man. Yeah. But we've gotten some really good stuff at that location. I actually took my kids when they were, 8, 10 years old out there to the cemetery. We went during the daytime. And my youngest daughter is an EVP magnet. She got probably a dozen Class A EVPs, which are, basically you can hear them talking like me and you are talking now. Just on the tape, you can't hear them when they're saying it. And, my oldest daughter, she got a couple of them. Actually had one say her name, which was cool. I actually felt something pull her hair a little bit. That was pretty cool. And my wife was enjoying it. She's not really big into the ghost hunting thing, but she went. She said, "Yeah, we'll go. It's light outside." And we walked over to stand by the car for a minute or two and, just chill out. And she reached up and touched her face, and her jaw was bleeding a little bit, like, from a bug bite or something like that. But she wiped it off and said, "Did something bite me here?" And there was nothing on her face. No place to bleed from. I said, "You got nothing there." She looked up and said, "Fuck this." Got in the car and we left. She did redeem herself. We went to the Sorrel Weed House in Savannah one time, and we actually did the investigation there, and she did great. She went around asking questions and going places by herself in the dark, and she did really good. I'm proud of her. I don't know how she puts up with me and some of my crap. Anybody that has any cool ghost hunting stories, send me a message, Brad's Comedy on Facebook. I'd love to hear them. I'd love to talk about them, because I just think it's fun. Even if it's all total bullshit, I don't know if it is or not. Not my place to say. It's just fun. Going out and doing something that you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You may run into demons, ghosts, or a bum in a building. Always go with permission, because if I ever go to jail, it's going to be for something with style, not ghost hunting. It's going to be something that people in Seattle read the paper and go, "Holy shit, this guy from Georgia, really?" That's my thing. And I don't want to go to jail. I'm too old to go to jail. I'm too set in my ways to get a new routine. And they say you got to have a routine in jail. So if I ever did go to jail, I would do something that took the death penalty. And that way, people will leave me alone for a while. They'd just come in, give me my meal, leave me the hell alone. I could dig it, whatever. But if I ever did get the death penalty, for my last meal, I would get a Popeye's biscuit with nothing to drink. Choke right to death. To hell with giving the state a chance to take me out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, y'all, this is just a really short version of the Small Bites. I'm just kind of rambling this morning. I'm going to do several of these. Y'all keep listening. Make sure you hit subscribe. We just got on iHeartRadio, which is awesome. Still waiting to hear back from iTunes. Ready to get on that. I've got to change my picture size. But we're growing slowly but surely. I want to make it where everybody listens to us. Y'all please share. Get your friends to share. I want this thing to go across the country. Let everybody see that people in Georgia are nuts. I want to thank my sponsor, Joe's Underground, corner of 8th and Broad. It's in the bottom of the Lamar Building. Great little club. I have had some really good shows there. They've always got some kind of good entertainment going on. Got great drink specials. And they got great people working there. It's just an awesome place. Thank you so much, Joe's Underground, for sponsoring this podcast. This has been The Small Bites. I'm Brad Pittman. Peace.